Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes, good evening. Yes, we have YouTube in the house. We have TikTok in the house tonight. Hold on, let me get my music ready. Good evening, everyone. Okay, let me get to the comment section. Because you know what I'm here for. I'm here to entertain and actually not entertain, but I'm here to answer questions. I see that I have a $9 super chat. Thank you. If I'm correct, Queen Temp. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Okay. Okay, we got a lot of questions coming in. We're coming in hot tonight. All right, YouTube question. Okay, actually, Marek, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. It's past midnight here. Well, I hope I'm able to keep you informed and entertained while you're here. Okay. We have a nice super chat up here. Again, I must repeat that. I gotta show love. Shout out to Queen Tim. Oh, we got another super chat up in here. Who's the super? Okay, do we got another super chat up in here? Phoenix 2. Shout out to Phoenix 2 for the super chat. Okay, we got some super chats. We get some dinero coming up in here. Oh shit! Hold on. Y'all got me motivated. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna pass the collection around. Hold on. We got some super chats coming up here. Gotta pass the collection plate around. You know what I'm saying? We gotta pass the collection plate around. You know what I'm saying? The Louis Vuitton collection plate. Listen, my new name should be called the Louis Vuitton Don. When y'all spend money, y'all motivate me and make me excited. So listen, let's get to it. Okay. Someone asked, can you talk about Gorgons? Okay. The first we got somebody asked me about Gorgons. Hold on. Oh yeah. One second. Somebody asked me a question, and I'm going to answer that. We're talking about the Gorgons. We are talking about the Gorgons. Someone asked me a beautiful question, and I cannot answer that question without bringing this heavy medallion. Let me put it out here for you guys to see. Let me clean it up a little bit because a person asked me about the Gorgons. You cannot talk about Gorgons without talking about this beautiful spirit they call Medusa. Now listen, the Gorgons, okay, they say the Gorgons are spirits of death. Well, actually, that's what they say according to history. Now, this is not a spirit that's in Haitian Voodoo, but when you're a mystic, you do not discriminate. I'm going to hold this chain up whatsoever, right? This is the chain of the Gorgon, the most popular Gorgon, the head of Medusa. Now, when we're talking about the Gorgons, we're talking about spirits of death. And this image here does not quite show it. But in traditional art, when they gave you a display of the Gorgon, they usually had the eyes protruding and the tongue sticking out. Why? Because it was a reprehensible look. It is how human beings, nowadays human beings don't decompose like they used to, because we have morgues that take care of the body and prepare the body, funeral homes, whatsoever. They do all their work to prepare the body. So we don't really get to see the decay. You know what I'm saying? So now, in the mythology of the Gorgon, Medusa, of course, before I even go into the mythology, one thing when you say Gorgon, Gorgons are according to tradition, they are a category of spirits from ancient time. These spirits are spirits of death, right? But the thought was, when you gaze upon the Gorgon, it can basically destroy you or kill you. Later down the line, it basically turned into, how can I say this? It turned into a person being petrified or turned into stone. But ultimately, what does this mean? Right? What does this mean? Because they said when the blood of Medusa fell into the ocean, it turned into red coral. Do you know what happens to red coral when it comes out of water? It calcifies. It petrifies. It turns into a solid piece. It's dead. So when you look at the human body, it brings me back to when I stated, when you look at the decaying human body, without it being touched by a morgue or anything like that, you'll see that the eyes of the human being protrudes. The tongue of the human being, it comes out. It sticks out. So when you look at the image, the old image of the Gorgon, it was a symbol to represent death. It was as though you were looking death in the face when you looked at a Gorgon. But now, how does this work when it comes to how these Medusa heads work? They work in a sense of turning things off. See, there's different ways to harness this power. You can harness it through the power of a medallion. You can harness it through the power of serving that spirit. You can harness that power through wearing a ring. And I do offer those rings. For those of you, I will definitely put in the community section, on my YouTube page for you guys to come check out the different rings that I actually offer whatsoever. But as far as the Gorgon is concerned, it is a spirit that can be good for protection when you're on the road. It's good for protection as well when you're in confrontation with people at work or so. But ultimately, you may find that there's different variations of this spirit. You understand how a person works with it? It can be in gold. It can be in silver, such as this. Each metal brings a different manifestation of that spirit out. The gold, I like to say, is more aggressive. It's more hot. People want to join my live. I don't know this person, but basically, you find that when people wear gold, their spirit is more aggressive. When you're wearing the silver, it's more toned down. It's more cool. But when you enter places, what you may find at times is that as you're driving, if you're wearing a gold piece, you may find cars their power just goes out. Sometimes when you step in places, it's like the whole power goes out. This one, I would say can be used for psychic phenomenon, for revelations and dreams, and not only that, taking care of your secret enemies. See, the thing about this, when you work with the Gorgon, it has to become a personal spirit that you have a personal relationship with. The more you wear it, the stronger your connection is with the spirit, and you learn more about it. So listen, I hope I answered your question about the Gorgon. We have another super chat about Sirens. I'm about to answer that question for you. Hold on, y'all guys make me rich tonight. Woo! Hold on, I'm about to answer your question. People have to understand that super chats questions, they are priority. So those questions get answered first. I know a lot of people are asking questions, but the thing is, the paid questions, they gotta get answered first, So listen, long time no see. Who is that? Oh, they don't. I'm been on here, man. You haven't been checking me out. Well, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I've been consistent. But last account, the haters was there. But listen, let me answer this question. I'll get back to y'all. But listen, a person asked me about sirens, right? La sirene, right? La sirena in Spanish. Okay. Man, this is good tea. When you're talking about sirens, I mean, you can go back in the ancient times and talk about these. These are considered water spirits. Listen, y'all guys need to hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? You people on Facebook, you people on YouTube, hit those like buttons, man. But listen, sirens, what are they? They're spirits of the ocean. They're spirits of the sea. Very tricky in nature. They once told me I was ugly, so that's why I don't really collect with the sirens like that. They told me I was too ugly to work with. They didn't want to work with me. But listen, sirens are very, how can I say this? That's a spirit that I can say, you gotta watch out when you're wearing your jewelry around those spirits. See, there's so much things about sirens, man. Let me tell you, one thing I would say, if you're going to the sea, watch out with your jewelry because they like to steal. When you go to the beach, that's the fastest way for you to lose your jewelry or belongings. You may go to a beach and you go there and you wonder, where the fuck my shit go? You just had it. The sirens can be very deceptive spirits. You go to the beach, listen. Sirens can play with your mind. Listen, I remember one time I was at a beach, right? I was with my ex-girlfriend. And listen, I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the sea. For about 5 minutes, I think my girlfriend's talking to some man in the shore, right? Like, listen, for 5 minutes, I'm like, why the fuck is she standing there talking to this person? She's so fucking friendly. Come to find out, she comes back. I asked her, who the fuck was that? Why were you spending all that time talking to that person? She said she wasn't talking to nobody. She said she wasn't talking to anyone. I'm looking straight ahead. This female standing there in the fucking ocean talking to someone. See, this is what I mean. When you're at the beach, basically you got to pay attention to these things. Sirens can be very deceptive spirits. In Haiti, there's some people, they say they don't go too close to water because those spirits like them so much. Now, 1 second, let me hit my central air because it's getting hot in here. Now, I'm going to give you a Haiti thing. Because oh my God, my TikTok fell. 1 second, hold on. Let me pick that up. Let me fix this. In Haiti, there's a saying. When you go to the beach, right? When I was a kid, they used to say this. If you go to the beach and they tell you, and let's just say you go to the beach and a siren comes and speak to you and they tell you, let's go to the marketplace. They used to tell me as a kid, if they tell you to get a pot, get them a plate. If they tell you to bring them a spoon, like they take you down to the marketplace, you bring them a fork. You never give them what they ask you, because if you give them what they ask, they'll take you. Now, how do I interpret that as an adult? I interpret it like this. When you're in the dream world, all the above is what you should do. And this is why you have to remain conscientious or conscious when you're sleeping. You have to be a lucid dreamer. Because like some people, if they take you down, you may not wake up from your sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's many people that have told me, listen, if they try to bring you certain places, don't go too far with them because you might not wake up from your sleep. You can go into your sleep and then you meet them. See, there's different portals. See, listen, man. See, there's certain things I can't talk about on YouTube. There's certain portals that people use to contact these spirits. Listen, I'm going to say that. There's certain portals that people utilize to contact these ocean spirits. Of course, I can't tell you how to do it, but but yes, there's a lot of mysteries surrounded by that. But listen, I heard that story about the sirens from Haiti, dude. Yeah, that's it. That you heard it. That's what it is. C'est ça, oui. If two people practice voodoo, okay. So I hope I answered that question. Now let me get to the TikTok. Right, hold on. If two people practice voodoo and use the same spirit against each other, what will happen? may the best man and woman win. That's it. See, ultimately, it's about whose magic is the best. Whomever does the work the best, ultimately, it's about who does the work the best and whose work is more powerful, whose work is more stronger. Because it's all about energy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. More okay, I read that. Uh-huh. Yeah, you know it. You know it. You know it. Yes, the life force energy. Whoever has the more power, you know what I'm saying? That's all about. You saying who knows how to manipulate that energy. So now let me get to these questions here. Hold on. Jay-Z, okay. Hello. Jack Stone, what's hello? Going to Greek today. I mean, that sounds so crazy to me. That's like somebody said going Greek today. LOL. That shit is so that I got a dirty mind. I got a dirty mind. Somebody said I'm going Greek today. Oh, the GFE experience. Hoes be like they don't do Greek. They do the GFE experience. But that may be too much for y'all if y'all some fucking squares. L7s, yo. All right. Let me see something. Hold on. Okay. I gotta post these comments on the screen. Yeah, I don't really mess with sirens. You know what I'm saying? I don't really mess with them. The fact that one of them told me that I was ugly and they didn't want to bother with me, you know what I'm saying? That was one thing. But me working with them, it never worked out. When I work with La Sirene, that shit does not match with my energy whatsoever. See, the thing is, I try to connect with her. Nah, man, she can't connect with me, man. Like that energy, if anything, it slows me down. The spirits I work with are usually hot and aggressive. La Sirene, she makes me lazy. When I work with that spirit, it just cools my energy down. I can't work with them. They don't work well with me. Mm-mm. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. If you do loi mariage, does that spirit have sex with you in your dreams? At times that is so. That is so. But ultimately, reality wise, they'll send you people to smash. See, let me tell you something, man. When you marry a spirit, don't think that they're just going to come to you in your dreams. Especially if you're dealing with a spirit of the opposite sex, they will send you people to come have sex with you. Like, see, that's too much for America. You know what? That's a little bit too much for America. That's a little bit too much for America. Man, listen, that's some backyard Port-au-Prince behind like the fucking scenes type of shit. I said too much, man. I should have said that, man. If you Haitian, you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Did she look like? Someone asked me, did she look like a siren? Masha, let me tell you something, man. Y'all got to get out of this whole thing of what. Y'all got to get out of this mythological image of what a siren looks like. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Because listen, that shit that you see on TV with the snake bottom whatsoever and the human top. Listen, fantasy. like the depiction of how every spirit looks. You find people, listen, you find people giving these imaginary images to spirits. The best thing you can do is see it in your sleep. And one thing I will say is that, contrary to what you've been told, most of the spirits do not look like what you've been told they look like. Look. Decline. All these busters want to be part of my life. I don't know these people like that. Mm-hmm. Let me leave this up here for a bit. Yeah. Meanwhile, as I leave that on the screen, hit the like button to give them haters something to be mad about. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Good evening. That's actually right. We'll have them do anything person would have never done. Okay, hold on. I'm in prison and would like to know I can work with law in here. Man, see, this is you're in prison. Okay, so hold on. I'm in prison and I would like to know how I can work with the law in here. This right here is a very powerful question. I wish I can have this on a YouTube screen so you guys can see this question here, because I think this is a question of tonight. This is the question of the night. This may be the most important question here on the live tonight. Let me read it again. I'm in prison and I would like to know how I can work with the law in here. The most important question tonight. Let me explain something to you. This is when you have to put adaptation into practice. See, this is the shit that I be telling these Vodouisans, these traditional Vodouisans, these Zebates, these what they call these Voodoo divas and shit like that. When I talk about adapting to your situation, this is a situation where you need to adapt, because now you can't bring goats into the prison. You can't bring bulls into the prison. So now, a Vodouisan, he's stripped of his drums, he's stripped of his candles, he's stripped of his asson. What can you do now? What can you do? Because now they have stripped everything from you. You don't even have your altars anymore to serve the spirits. What can you do? Now, you have to adapt. You have to adapt. Let me take this off the screen real quick, because now I gotta get serious. You have to adapt to the situation. There's a reason why they make veves, right? You have veves that they make. They make the symbol of the spirit. Now, my friend, you have to find out when you put that veve, you make that veve. Yes, a veve can be made with a piece of paper and a pen, contrary to what you traditional Vodouisans believe. Macaque, simagri. You're saying a lot of these traditional Haitian Vodouisans, they don't like the way that I have to do in Haiti. You got to adapt to where you at. Just like when they brought the ancestors from Africa over into Haiti. They couldn't do the way they did in Africa, so they had to adapt. So now, my brother, you're in prison. Now you have to take that and adapt to the environment. La prière. You don't have tools, right? Then there's prayers. There's prayers. You can pray in English. If you're Haitian, even better. But you can pray in English. It's not about what's being said. It's about what's on your heart. What is your intentions? Does a spirit have a mouth to speak? No. When they communicate with you, it's telepathically. It is through signs and omens. It is through symbolism. So what you have to do, my friend, is serve the spirit with what you can. What you have to find out what they like. So now, listen, there's only so far that I can go. So far that I can go with you when it comes to what I can say online. But you know, you get apples in prison, right? You may get certain fruit in prison, right? There's certain food that you get in prison that you can offer as an offering. Don't listen to these stupid traditional Vodouism. You don't got an asso in prison, right? So what could you do? You can sing, right? Christians, they sing. The l'Église catholique, the church, the Catholic Church. Lord dit Seigneur, il dit à Marie, qu'elle sait quoi en Jésus-Christ. La Trinité là, on choisit, il est conçu du Saint-Esprit. Venez mon Dieu, venez mon doux sauveur, venez à moi, au centre de mon cœur, venez mon Dieu, venez. Listen, these songs are powerful. When you make these songs up, you can make your own song up. Now, you got to watch out because you're dealing with words of power. But you know what? That's a little bit too much for YouTube tonight. That's a lot. That's a lot. I gave you serious game. That is game you're not going to find from these traditional dance along, Sammy Davis Jr. tap dancing Negroes. I gave you game tonight. So now, my brother, you got to experiment. You got to experiment. Maybe you need to come to my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you can pick some game out. Read between the lines. There's certain things I can't say online. Okay? Well, I hope I answered that question, man. That's actually right. We'll have them doing things the person would have never done. Monsters. Okay. What's an example of sign that the spirit will send? I mean, it can be sent. A sign could be people being sent your way. It could be certain things that people say. Mm-hmm. It could be those things. That could be signs. Those can be signs too. Okay, now we have new comments here. Hoy. Do you offer the Medusa medallion in silver form? Yes, I do. Let me tell you something about the jewelry. When you get it, it's not a piece that you wear just like that. If that's the case, you can just go to any jewelry store and buy it. That's not what I'm offering. I'm offering you something that is consecrated, and there's certain rules and regulations. It's like ilekes, right? They sell ilekes in the store, and you can get a ileke from a priest. They do totally different things. So same thing, a person may think, oh, I'm going to go buy this thing here whatsoever, and then next thing you know, it's going to give me results. No, it's not. It's certain rules and regulations that have to be followed when you're working with, when you have these jewelry pieces. So yes, I do make it in silver, and I do make it in gold as well. What about loi mariage if you're gay? What about loi mariage if you're gay? Does your butt hurt sometimes? I'm just joking with you, man. But listen, in Vodou, plenty of times, man. Listen, people that are gay whatsoever. Listen, I don't even like using the word gay. You know what I'm saying? That's like, I mean, that's what you're into whatsoever. I kind of don't even like to use that word. You know, I look at people as human beings with preferences and shit like that. If that's your preference, then, that's your preference. But If you're a person that has a preference where you like men whatsoever, you know what I'm saying, then there's no problem with that in Haitian Voodoo. Basically, people marry spirits all the time. You know what I'm saying? But as far as thinking that you're gonna marry a male spirit or something like that, I don't know. I've never, to be honest with you, most of the people in Haitian Vodou, they usually get with the feminine spirits. You know what I'm saying? The people that serve, they usually may get with Ezeli, Donto, whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? They usually work with a lot of female spirits. You know what I'm saying? I have never seen a person that, like men, serve a spirit to basically marry a male spirit. I've never seen that. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen that. But most of the men that I've seen that are into men, that's into that lifestyle, they usually rock with Ezeli Donto. You know what I'm saying? And they rock with a lot of the female spirits, Freda, but mainly Ezeli Donto. Yeah. If Marinette loves you, can she still hurt you? Damn right. She'll have you literally shitting blood if you don't do her shit right. It's a tough love situation. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, you don't pay her shit, she may come to you at night as a, what they call those things, as a succubus. She may start sucking you. You know what I'm saying? To get the point across, man, that shit hurts, man. That's one way she can catch your attention. You may find that you go to the bathroom one day, you start shitting blood. Literally. You know what I'm saying? No lie. True story. Mm-hmm. Honor the agreement, man. If you serve Marinette, that spirit Marinette, then you gotta basically follow your part of the bargain. See, when you get into Haitian Vodou, it's like you're joining a gang. You say you think you're gonna leave this shit and walk out of it just like that? Oh nah, bro. You gonna have to pay for that. You ain't gonna leave this thing with stones unturned. Decline. What's up with all these people trying to join my live? What's all these people just trying to join my live? I don't know these people. What's my thought on Lilith? I've never worked with Lilith, but what I can say from what I've heard about Lilith can be matched with Marinette's energy because they both have succubus-like energy. You know what I'm saying? Lilith is definitely known as a spirit that does certain things that some people would find reprehensible. I've seen Marinette do that, but they're both spirits that symbol at times can be a cuckoo or an owl, a screeching owl, and they can also be spirits at times that can attack people in their sleep or when they're in their bed. Mm-hmm. So I'd say they have a very close energy pattern. Mm-hmm. You know that they need that energy to be alive, and when you basically cut them off like that, they start dying out. So that's why they start panicking, and they come back to apply pressure to your life to make you get in line. So listen. Here it goes. I'm passing the collection plate around. You know what I'm saying? I gave y'all some super game. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all some super game. I'm putting some paint where it ain't. You know what I'm saying? So listen, do your diligence. Listen, the Cash App is there. You know what I'm saying? For you people on YouTube, the Cash App is there. The Super Chat is there. Show love. Because I'm passing the collection plate around. Because I'm blessing y'all with magnificent game. I'm putting the paint where it ain't tonight. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, look at that light-skinned cutie right there. Yo, you need to holler at me when I get off this live. You know what I'm saying? That light-skinned cutie, Rabinska, you need to get up my DMs when you get off that live. You looking cute like that? But let me answer this question here. How can I work with Papa Legba? I believe I have a connection with him. And how can I call upon the Loi? Let me say this. Unlike various other traditions, seldom you'll ever find a Vodouizant that will tell you how to serve these spirits. Not that I'm going to tell you tonight how to do it, but what I will say is this. You have to get in contact with someone and build a connection with them. Because if you're not already into this, you're not already into this tradition, you have to connect with someone that's either going to show you the way or either initiate you. Because one thing in Haitian Vodou, you're not going to find people giving out free game just like that. Or just game randomly like that. Anyone that I ever trained is people that I had a connection with. They've been in my life for some time. And I felt it was time to give them something. Other than that, nah, never that, man. Never that. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Again, if you're trying to learn how to connect with certain spirits, the best thing you can do is connect with somebody that's in it. Because listen, you're going to find that once you're a Vodouizant, you don't speak certain things, man. You don't give certain things out. You may give a little bit on the surface, but some things, that's why they call it a cult. It's hidden. You know what I'm saying? It's a hidden science. It's not out there to be, boasted and telegraphed like, okay, this is how you do that. Nah. This world would be a very fucked up place if everybody can have access to that information so easy. But do me a favor and get in my DMs when you're done. Can you talk about TP Slakwa? Can I talk about TP Slakwa? I can't say much about TP Slakwa because that's not really a spirit that I serve. I spoke about it in the documentary because that's a place where people go to serve that spirit. But TP Slakwa is possibly a spirit that's native to that specific area. One thing you're going to find is that there's so much spirits in Haitian Vodou. Like in every area, every zone, there's a spirit that these people serve that may not be from another district. You know what I'm saying? That's how this thing is. This is how complicated it is. So you may find this community, they may have an aspect of Baon Samzi or Baon that nobody ever heard of before. They may have a Baon Kafu, Kat, or something of that nature. Some spirit that I never heard before. No Vodouizant knows all the Vodou spirits of Haitian Voodoo. And Vodou is not just Ezerli, Baon, Papa Legba, you know saying, Ezerli Freda, you know saying, Grand Bois. Listen, there's spirits, there's like Wowash. There's a whole bunch of spirits I can learn that there's never written about in the United States. That's how complicated this voodoo thing can be. You know what I'm saying? But CP Slakwa, I can't say much more than what I was told whatsoever. It was a story that there was a priest who died. No, that was the wrong location. But basically, it was 3 people that was buried in one location, right? It was a mother and her 2 kids that died in that specific location. I forgot the details behind it whatsoever, but it was a mother and 2 kids that died in that specific area whatsoever. And that area became a sacred location. I forgot, I didn't get all the details about how that came about, because there was another location where we was talking about Simbi Lacroix. How that came about was it was a snake that was buried where a priest was buried in the cemetery. And from that day, because they had a cross on the sarcophagus, basically it was named Simbi Lacroix. But I don't have the story about how Tipi Lacroix came about in that location. Oh, listen, man. Listen. Let me remove that one. Because that's a little graphic right there. Kind of stuff that can start behind them bars, calling down Loi. That's powerful. Yeah, but I'm actually gonna make a video that's inspired by that question about the prison thing. I'll definitely make a video about that. Hold on. Okay, I did a lot of. Hold on. I'm going to get to TikTok, answer the TikTok questions now. But actually, no, I'm going to come back to YouTube. I'm going to finish answering this super chat because I see a super chat just came in. Let me see. God damn, there's so many questions. Okay, there's a super chat question I got to answer. Can you talk about, listen, and I think TikTokers will like this question here. Can you talk about how luxurious Shango is and how aggressive he can be? Okay, let me give you an example, right? Mm-hmm. Shango is a spirit, depending on which aspect of Shango you serve. But that spirit can make you very wealthy if you serve that spirit right. You say it can definitely bring you gold. It can bring you a life of luxury. As you give to that spirit, you'll find that that spirit gives to you. Now, on a level of aggression, I remember years ago, I was living in this house with some people. Hello. I was living in this house with some people, right? And these people, I guess I didn't get along with them and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had the altars downstairs. One day, we was chilling. All of a sudden, their car catched on fire in front of the house. Out of nowhere, that shit just caught on fire. Never got along with these people, man. But their car caught on fire in front of the house. So that right there should let you know that spirit can burn shit the fuck down. No lie. I see it with my 2 eyes. Okay. I answered that super chat. So now let me go to TikTok right now. How do you know if the Loi is in your presence during meditation? First and foremost, ain't no Vodouism talking about their meditation and the Loi reveals himself to them. Nah, man, it doesn't work like that, man. I mean, you can listen. I mean, I'm not gonna say it doesn't work like that, but listen, you tell a Vodouism that you're in meditation and a Loi appeared to you and stuff like that. They're gonna be looking at you like you're crazy. But now, listen, I would say the best thing you can, hold on one second, hold on. The best thing you can do to identify what spirit is present is by checking out the energy, getting a feel for it, learning what type of spirit, the energy that follows with that spirit. If you're serving the spirit, you should know their energy. So if you know their energy, you know who they are when they come around. Mm-hmm. And that's the best way to know their energy. If you're serving the spirit, you got to know who they are. I don't work with spirits that I don't know. They came there after you watched that. I mean, hey, that's what you believe. I mean, hey, man, it is what it is. But know what it is, man. After watching my live, somebody said the spirits came over to the house. I don't know. Sometimes I'm just a magnificent individual like that, I guess. Okay. How do you know if a Loi... Okay, I already answered that. Invulnerable state like sleeping. Like people... Okay, hold on. I once heard someone drew a seal Veve in their prison cell and disappeared. Now I wouldn't get into all that movie shit, bro. I wouldn't get on to the movie shit of the motherfucker disappeared. He made a Veve or a seal in his prison cell. I wouldn't get too much into the listen. You're driving yourself crazy trying to basically create some supernatural feat where you just disappear out of nowhere. Let me talk about invisibility. When you're talking about invisibility, see, again, there's a lot of mountain Vodouism. When I say mountain, Lati Bonite, Zemate ass niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those country folks, see, I'm from the city of Haiti, you know, in Port-au-Prince, right? We have a realistic approach to the world. When you start getting into Gonaïve, you know what I'm saying? You start getting into Lati Bonite, these places, you find the Vodouism begin to get a little far-fetched with your fucking beliefs, man. You know what I'm saying? Literally, you got people that think that if they put a Glock with a switch on a bitch, and they put it to your head, and they pull the trigger, nothing's gonna happen to you. There's people that actually think because they got a seal on them, if they take a Glock with a switch on a bitch, you know what I'm saying, and they put it to their head and pull the trigger, that their brains is not gonna be blown out. You gotta address this thing realistically. You know what I'm saying? This is a realistic practice. You know, when it comes down to practicality of things, this is something that people have to understand. Everything is going to happen according to the laws of nature. There's a thing called gravity. There's a thing, there is matter in this world. I don't care how much quantum physics books you read. If you walk into a wall, you're going to hurt yourself. If you run into a brick wall, it's going to hurt even more. So now, talking from this illusional state, when we're in the invisibility mode, how does that work? It works like this. It makes people not pay attention to you. It's as though sometimes, have you ever felt someone was looking at you and then you turned around and you saw that person looking at you? There you go. Energy. See, certain things can take that energy off you where it makes people don't even pay attention to you. So let me take you back a little bit. That person that was looking at you and you just felt somebody was looking at you and you turned around and you saw a person looking at you, that was energy. That was energy. That energy was on you, focused on you. So now what happens is that when you have certain amulets, certain tools, you may find that when you wear it, people don't even pay attention to you. You may find when you're driving, you may find yourself prone to almost getting hit by other cars because they don't even see you. See, I gave y'all enough game for the night, man. Listen, hit those like buttons. I'm about to be out now. I gave y'all guys enough of my time for tonight. I gave you close to an hour. You know what I'm saying? So listen, 9 more minutes will make it an hour. So listen, I thank you guys, every one of you guys, for participating in this live. I'll catch y'all on another one. I'm out. Deuces.